Hey Jared, I'm writing the comment. I'm trying to pin it.
Hey, hey,
Hey, how are you?
how's it going?
Great. Thank you so much for doing this interview.
I'm hyped. I got my water bottle. I'm ready.
I do not have my water bottle.
Hey, gotta get your water bottle. I got a dope one because
I
it's
know.
like it has like the times. It tells you how far you've been drinking and
Yeah.
how much further you gotta go.
I have one of those too, but like when you see it all in one, it feels intimidating. But
Oh,
I'll
of
drink
course.
like a whole bunch, and it's so bad for the environment, but I'll go through like a half a pack of water.
Yeah,
But
hey,
the
hey.
water, yeah.
When I first started doing the drinking the gallon of water, uh, it was hard. I realized how much I don't drink water.
Yeah. And then you're always going to the bathroom.
Hey, you know what? That was like the first 2 days, and then eventually, it went away. Like I feel like my body started to use the water instead of trying to get rid of it.
It was regulating.
It was getting it done.
Well, welcome to Hip Hop Basement.
What's going on, Hip Hop Basement?
What's up, everybody? I see a couple of people that I know in here, and
Hey,
some
shout out to them.
Jared Brady fans too.
Hey,
Congratulations on
oh,
Ryu.
thank you, thank you,
She is a beauty and a joy.
thank you. Yeah, I love her, man. It's crazy. It's like they tell you, like I've heard it all the time growing up, like you'll never know love until you have a daughter. You'll never know a love. And then I was kind of always like, y'all chilling, y'all capping. And then we had a daughter, and it was like, whoa, this is
Yeah,
this is this is different.
yeah. Our babies are like 3 weeks apart,
Oh
so
wow, so you know
yeah,
exactly what I'm talking about.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's weird. It's crazy.
Yeah, yeah.
So let's get into it. We got some people in here watching.
Let's do it. I'm ready.
So, all things enjoy Jared Brady.
Yeah.
So, let us know, like, when and why did you get into music?
So I actually got into music when the first time that I decided that I mean, let me actually go back further than that. Music has always been a part of me. Like I've always loved it. I was the kid in high school and in middle school that was just always listening to music, always putting up friends on music. I had my favorite artists. I had my favorite things. And then, but when I turned 19 was when I was like, this is what I really want to do. And it's so funny because I was rapping, but I hadn't recorded a song yet at that time. I was rapping to friends. I was going on the street, doing the whole rapper scene, going to pulling up on people, rapping in front of them, and doing that type of stuff. And then one day, I ended up backstage at a Tyler Kweli concert.
Okay.
And when I was back there, Tyler was like, "Yo, you rap?" And I was like, "Yeah, yeah, I rap." And he was like, "Okay, cool." So he started rapping, and then he called me onto the stage.
Oh,
And when I went on stage, now mind you, I had never rapped before ever. Like it was like a dream, right? And he hands me the mic, so I'm rapping in front of this crowd. The first time I ever tasted what it was like to perform was in front of a sold out House of Blues situation. And from that time, I was like, I got bit by the bug. Like this is what I want to do. This is what I'm trying to do. And so it's just been in me ever since.
off the top? You did that off the top?
Oh yeah, no, it was. I don't know what I said, but yeah, it was definitely off the top. I'm curious to see. I know as I get bigger, one of those videos is gonna come out, and I'm gonna be really embarrassed. But it was the moment for me. It was the moment.
Right. It was the energy. But you know what? That's good because, like, you took that risk.
Yeah.
So, the last interview that I did, no shade, and I hope they're not in here, their publicist told me to tell them to freestyle. And they were like, I don't do that. And I was like, but they told me to ask you.
So that's the thing. That's the interesting thing about this thing is like there's two different types of rappers, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's the rapper who writes all his stuff. I know J. Cole is very open about like I don't freestyle. This is not what I do. And then there's also like the other rapper who's just like, let's just go, let's just rap.
Yeah.
Um, so I mean, I'm kind of like a mix of both. Like the way I like to record is if the producer's making the beat or if I have a beat, I'm just gonna go in the booth and whatever comes out is gonna come out, and then I'm gonna go and write to whatever I did freestyle. I might change a line here and there. I might switch things around here and there, but I find that is the most pure emotion. Even if you don't say everything correctly, you have the vibe there to really write what you actually feel and not being like, I think this will be a cool line or I think this will be dope.
Right.
So it's a mix of both. I mean, I think no shade to anybody who doesn't do it, but it's part of the art.
It is. It's definitely like everything's a process. Are you the
Yeah,
type of person like, do you have an idea and then you go write, or like, do you hear a beat and then it inspires your writing?
it's kind of like I look at them like rabbit holes, like different type of holes will get you into different places. So sometimes I may have a concept. Sometimes I may be like walking through life and I'll be like, oh, thinking of some type of like outside concept, and I'll be like, oh, this would be a dope thing to write about, and then I'll write to it. Or I'll just be like, this beat makes me feel like this, and I'm gonna
Mhm.
write about that. But it never, you can never pinpoint what exactly is going to be the rabbit hole that you go down to.
Right.
So it always changes. So like some nights I may have a concept. Some nights I may just write something and then find a beat that fits to that, whatever I wrote. So it always changes.
Okay. So I have three questions about your creativity.
Okay.
Um, well, two. So when you like with COVID and stuff, because VVS only came out, the video came out 4 months ago. Was that filmed like during COVID? Did COVID take a toll on like your creativity and like how you
Yeah.
release music and stuff?
Yeah. So that was the last video I had ever shot. And what happened was with that specific video, it was still COVID times. The only thing was like the people that I had invited to come be in that video, I'm around often.
Mm-hmm.
So it was tough because I imagined it being like this huge house party and inviting all the people and throwing a huge party, but it just didn't turn out that way. So we really only had like 10 people there, which is still above COVID, lines, but we kind of positioned everybody so where it looked like it was more full than it actually was.
Right. And that was
But
working the camera magic.
yeah, but the COVID definitely did take a toll. I didn't really share this. Like this is another thing that I never shared was right before COVID hit, I was supposed to go on tour.
Oh,
So I
wow.
was getting ready to go on tour. We were gonna leave in March. I think March 20th was gonna be our first show in San Diego, and then we were gonna do like a whole Southern California tour. And then we were gonna hit Atlanta. We were gonna hit like a bunch of places that I've never been,
Oh,
and then we were kind of wondering like what's gonna happen because COVID was starting to bubble up, and then next thing you know, who was it? Who was the I forget who was doing the tour. It was oh, I think it was Ticketmaster. No, I can't remember who it was, but they called the tour off. They were like,
oh
yeah,
man.
this is not gonna happen. So yeah, it sucked, man. It hurt my soul because it was gonna be my first tour. I was really excited to go out and see the different fans from different cities, but they killed it. They killed it on us.
They killed it. Did they
Yeah.
have they talked about like, the world's like kind of opening back up again? Have they talked about it?
No, they haven't talked about it. They haven't brought it back up. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know because yeah, I don't know. I hope it comes back because it was a very exciting time for me, and I felt like I was getting a lot of momentum at that time. And it just kind of killed. It took the wind out of my sails.
Yeah, yeah. But you
Yeah.
know what? It's all good because I think music's definitely going to pop off this summer if they open outside for real. Because Rolling Loud's still happening. So
Yeah. No,
if
yeah,
that is going to happen,
there's some spaces like I know Atlanta's open. I think Dallas is open. And there's a few other places that are open. So I have hope for the future that we're gonna be able to start doing shows again.
definitely. Well, if you stop in like Northeast United States, I'll go.
Yeah, hey, we'll
If you
keep you
if you end up
posted.
in PA or New York,
Yeah, we'll keep you posted. We'll keep you posted. I'm hoping. Let's put that good energy out there. We're trying to get there.
right. So also how has like fatherhood affected like your music and or like maybe like your creative processes? Like, is it different? Do you want to talk about different things now?
Huh. You know what's interesting is that I don't think that it's affected me in the sense that I'm writing different, but it has affected me on how much time I'm able to put into music. So
Mm-hmm.
I find that I'm not able to spend all night in the studio. I'm not able to put the time that I used to put into music that I used to. And so I just feel like it has taken a toll. I'm hoping that as she gets older, I'm able to, you know, still be able to put the full energy and love into music that I used to. So that is, but it's a choice. It's a choice, and I'm happy to make that choice and give my daughter the time that she needs.
Definitely, definitely.
Yeah.
That's dope. So, who would you say that your music is for?
My music is for the people who want to feel good. You know, I feel like there's like a bunch of different types of music listeners. So there's the music listeners who, you know, when they go through something traumatic, they want to hear about somebody talking about something traumatic. But I find that my music, although it is a stemming from a place that is a traumatic place, I find that it's mostly centered on the good and the hype and like the feel good type music. So I feel like the people who are fans of me, they just want to feel good and they want to hear music that brings their spirits up and has fun and gives them that vibe that things are going to be okay.
Okay, so I like that because that's how like I wrote down my top favorite songs that you have. Enjoy
Yeah.
Your Life is like my favorite song. Like it really makes you feel good.
Yeah.
And then VVS because VVS is it's a vibe. It's that's like the pregame song. Like yeah, we about to
Yeah.
go out. I'm gonna get a little tipsy.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like riding in the whip because it gives that laid back riding in the car vibes.
That was one of the first songs
Kumbaya.
I ever dropped. I'm surprised you even know that one.
Yes,
That was that
I've been
OG.
around.
That's an OG song right there.
I've been around, and it has that vibe of like you know like in the car smoking, chilling,
Yeah,
you know, on your little date.
yeah, yeah, exactly.
I really enjoyed the video for Kumbaya. I thought it was like very artistic. I like the minimum, but then like your body was the art and performing.
Yes, yes.
And then I liked you. It was just like a nice vibe. I like that type of like talking
Chill.
to somebody. It was intimate. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. No, it's interesting that you like the Kumbaya one because I think a lot of people when I first shot the video, like friends of mine or even like the director was kind of like confused with it at first. They were kind of like, "Wait, so you don't want a bunch of girls? You don't want money? You what do you, I'm confused. Like you just trying to just be you and this one girl. Like what is the deal?" But I really like. I felt that when I was doing music videos at that time, I really wanted to bring people into like a fantasy land, like something that's just not the norm, something that you wouldn't see typically. You know, the typical type of music video. I wanted it to be like something a little different, a little bit artsy. And I've been seeing a lot of artists doing it. Like I forget his name. I think it was Toby. He does that a lot, where every set is kind of like its own world.
Right.
So it's dope. It's dope. I definitely love that video. And it didn't get enough love that I think it should have.
The Kumbaya video.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. It was really good though. And cuz then you also dropped which reminded me of it your it was a clip on your page. I forgot what it was called though. But you
The
just dropped it.
oh oh uh uh was I rapping on it?
Yeah, I want to say okay, it had like the distorted voice on it. Not
Oh
distorted,
yeah,
but
yeah. Animal.
okay,
Yes,
I
yes,
was
yes.
going to
I
call
know.
it monster, but I knew that wasn't right.
No, yeah. But it's close. It's close. Animal. You
Yeah.
know. Yeah. That was
Yeah. It gave me
definitely.
those vibes.
Yeah, that
But
was
like it was a
definitely.
different kind of song, but it was still like on you, you
Yes,
know.
yes, definitely. It's funny because I was actually worried about dropping that song because it wasn't like anything that I have done before. So I
Right.
was curious to see how people were going to receive it.
So
So
you do have a lot of different types of songs out. Because like
yeah,
as you know, listening through and it's like, well, no two songs sound the same. Do you put yourself in a genre?
Oh, that is the toughest question for me to answer. I find that as an artist, I'm constantly changing. I'm constantly finding new sounds that inspire me. You know, when I first started, it was strictly rap. When I moved into like Enjoy Summer, that was like pop. And then I did Enjoy the Disco, which was like very funk and disco like. And then now in this new wave, I just kind of been just doing whatever I want. And so it's interesting because I noticed that when I'm creating music, I need to like find new inspirations. I need to find new things that give me like a challenge, right? And I feel like if I stay in one genre for too long, it kind of it gets boring in a sense. It gets
Yeah,
mundane, and then I'm not inspired. When I'm trying to write, it's hard for me to write. I feel like, oh, I've already said this or I've already done this. But if I'm in new genres and new sounds, it gives me that inspiration to say different things.
right.
Um, which people can argue that that kind of hurts me because I can't really develop a huge fan base who come to me for this thing. They kind of like, I'm gonna take whatever I can get from him, but we're finding it. We're finding it.
Definitely. But you know, people aren't a one like people are one track minded, but they're not one track minded.
Yeah, yeah.
You
They
know?
they they're the people are complex. They just gotta
Yeah,
admit
that we
it.
give them credit for.
Yeah, yeah. They just gotta admit it.
Yeah. Okay, so like do you ever feel like you're challenging yourself in going to a different genre? Because like like I grew up, I like Paramore growing up. I love Paramore. I know every single Paramore song, demos and everything.
That's
But
dope.
like I couldn't perform a Paramore song.
Yeah.
I've tried. I don't even know. I think I tried to write a punk rock song one day, but it didn't work out. Do you ever find yourself like, I want to try this, but I don't like this?
The thing that I can say is I've only done that one time where I heard a song and I was like, I really want to try this, and it was called Didn't I? So I heard this song by Durando. He's like a jazz artist, um, and he I heard it on the radio. Actually, no, I was on a shoot, and the car that was driving me had it playing, and I was like, "Yo, what is this? This is the dopest thing that I've ever heard." And so I went to the producer that I was working with at the time, and I was like, "Yo, I want to recreate this. Like, I want to do this exact song and then put my own little twist on it." So it's on Enjoy the Disco. It's called Didn't I? It's out there. It's definitely like nothing you've heard.
It's a jazzy type of song.
It's like I'm singing in like a falsetto for like the first half.
Okay, I was gonna say, I heard you hitting the falsetto
Yeah, yeah,
on,
yeah, yeah, yeah. So
on
and
some stuff.
it's an interesting song. I mean, I love it. I love the song. It's one of my favorite songs of the album.
Okay, yeah, I did hear it because I like the music for it. I like the
Yeah,
song, but I definitely like the music because I feel like people don't incorporate like instruments, you know,
yeah.
as much
The
as they used
violins
to.
and all that.
Yeah. So are you into jazz in and of
Yeah,
itself?
yeah. No,
Okay.
I'm very much into jazz. I'm a super big fan of like '60s bossa nova, Brazilian bossa nova to be exact. And so yeah, I'm just a fan of music at the end of the day. Like it's just it's one of my favorite things. Like I'll find a new genre and I'll just be super gassed on it and just be a nerd and geek out over it. It's just yeah, music is amazing.
It definitely is, and it reaches so many people, and it's a message. Like I have songs that I don't know what they're saying, but it
Yeah,
makes me feel good.
yeah. No, exactly, exactly. So I'm definitely one of those people. I'll find the like there's this Japanese band and they do like I want to say like like salsa music. It's the craziest blend, but they're singing in Japanese
And it's salsa.
and it's like salsa. It's crazy. It's dope. It's dope.
Oh well, you know, like the K-pop world and stuff like that. Like they're doing some '90s R&B in Korean right now. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And
it's good. I don't
genre
know what's going on, but I like it.
yeah, exactly. And they be having the braids and everything. I saw a video of
Mhm.
it. I was like, whoa, this is crazy. But another genre that I'm like super into is like Afro beats. You know, those type of songs. It's just, yeah, I love music. That's just the end of the day.
Definitely. And you know that diversity helps you create better music. So
Yeah,
then, so who would you say are your top five goats of music? Like who, like I always will listen to these five people.
I will always listen to Jay-Z. I will always listen to Kendrick. I will always listen to rest in peace DMX. Um, I will always listen to D'Angelo. How many you got? That's four. I got one more.
Mhm.
I will always listen to Sade.
All right.
I will always listen. They'll always be in my rotation.
Definitely. So then you have those artists there, but do you feel like they reflect your music?
I see bits and pieces every now and then. Like I see certain songs that I'll attack. I can see where I get my Kendrick influence. I can see certain songs where I attack, and I can see the D'Angelo influence. Even the Sade influence. I can see the softness and the things in certain songs. The only one I don't see as much is DMX, but I guess you could say with the energy on some of the songs. Sometimes I'll be
Mhm.
yelling and growling
Yeah,
sometimes. So
energy. Yeah, energy.
yeah,
Definitely.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's dope. So then, who would you say as a musical influence? Like when I hear this sound, I think my music relates to that. Three influences that you have in music.
Hmm. That's a tough question. That is a tough question. I would say I in this new music, I hear a lot of it's Drake. I hear a lot of um it's tough. It's really tough because it's hard to pinpoint. Like I think about the musical acts that I listen to or that I hear today, and I don't really hear as much of my style in the mainstream as much right now.
Yeah.
And it's probably indicative why Spotify has never put me on a playlist. Every stream that I've ever got has been organic from people finding it, and I think it's they do bots that find the music. So I think it's probably because my music doesn't really sound like what's out right now.
Right. Right. And there's like an algorithm and things that they look for. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's a tough
Okay.
question to ask. Yeah. I mean, or to answer.
Just curious because it changes. So I was wondering if there's somebody like, oh, like this music sounds like this, or I want to sound
Yeah.
like that. Yeah.
Yeah. I think my last album, I was heavy into like 70s disco. Like I
Yeah.
was listening to that heavily during that time. So I can definitely see the influences there.
Yeah. And then BBS does have like the Drake vibe. I was sending it
Yeah.
around. I was like, hey guys, like check, I'm interviewing this person today.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, yeah, like that's Drake vibes.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I can
And it's a
see
good
I can hear
song.
it. Yeah, I can hear it. I can hear it.
Um, I think that's all my questions that I have. Oh, are we getting music this year? Is there
Yes.
some?
Yes. So I actually for the last couple weeks I've been dropping a song like every week.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it'll be in like every 2 weeks. So I'm just gonna continue that vibe for a while. I don't post about it often, so not a lot of people don't know it. I'm trying to get better at posting. I've just been so busy. But yeah, it on my Spotify, on Apple Music, there if you go look, there's new music getting uploaded every week or every other week. So yeah, I dropped one last week. Dropped one the week before that. And so we're just gonna continue the rest of this year. I'm trying to, put out more music. I feel like I used to stack music and then pick the best things and then put them out as an album. But
Mm-hmm.
what I'm doing now is like I don't really want to operate that way. I feel like at this moment, although I do have a good fan base and they love it and I love them, I find that in order for me to build a fan base, I just have to feed music out. So I'm on a huge like let's drop music every week if we can.
Because you got a sound for everybody.
Yeah, yeah. So they're never going to be correlated. They're always going to sound different. One week I might be rapping, another week I might be singing. And so we're just gonna keep it going.
Okay. And then my last question that I meant to ask first. Tell us about Enjoy. Everything is Enjoy. The podcast, Enjoy Jared
Yes,
Brady.
yes, I love this. So, all right, this is a heavy. It's kind of get kind of dark. Enjoy the word helped me out of my depression, helped
Oh,
me out of my the painful place that I was in. A lot of people don't know because I don't post sad things. I don't post, you know, uh, you know, sorrow or that type of thing. So I used to be a very sad kid. I used to be a very depressed kid, and I had a lot of trauma in my life. And at the deepest, darkest place in my life, it was a weird experience. The word enjoy just seemed so different. And
mm-hmm.
what I say by that is like I have to figure out in each scenario that I'm in, I have to figure out what I enjoy in that moment. If I don't enjoy something, I have to figure out how I can change that. Whether that be I don't enjoy, the where my life is at. I don't enjoy my work. I don't enjoy my job. I don't enjoy the dating world. I don't enjoy whatever it is. I have to figure out, okay, what do I enjoy and how do I get rid of the things that I don't enjoy? And so the word meant so much to me because it started changing my mind frame. Because I used to, be like, oh, I'm miserable. I hate this. I can't do anything. I don't enjoy anything. And just trying to focus on the things that I do enjoy and then fix the things that I don't enjoy made my life so much better. And ironically, as I started to do that and approach life that way, and that's the energy that I was giving off, I wanted people to think when they hear me or when they see me or if they're thinking about me, I want them to think about me smiling. I want them to think about me in a good mood. I want them to think about me being happy. And so me approaching the world that way, me approaching the world in a way of like trying to find all the things that I do enjoy made the world interact with me better and my life got better. And so the word just means so much to me because I was going down a path of destruction.
Right.
And it changed that path for me. And so I was like, yo, I'm putting this on my Instagram. Any project that I drop is going to be in the front of that. If I start a YouTube channel, I got to put enjoy on there. So everything that I do is going to be associated with enjoy.
With joy, and I love that. Like
Yeah.
that's really, really, really like beautiful, and definitely something that I think more people should like think about. Like, do I enjoy this? And also, I see Lauren's in there. It's a
Yes.
part of you say people think about you that they think of you enjoy. That's one of our 8 F's that we learned.
Hey. Oh, for real? On the happy cat? Yes. Yes.
Yeah, it was one of the 8 F's, and it was do people find me fascinating?
Yeah.
They think of me enjoy. So
Yeah. Yeah. No,
that is
I want everybody to adopt that because I am firsthand proof that it really did help me.
definitely. and
Yeah.
and, and sometimes like it can be one of those things where it's like how do I just change my mindset, but it is the little things, like you
Yeah.
say, like I don't like my dinner today, then
Yeah.
it's like sometimes you have to change your environment a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. It's very simple and subtle, and I feel like people are looking for big changes and changing the big things, but really when the big change comes, it's from changing the little small details. The small
Yeah.
details go a long way. Go a long way, and I think people overlook them because they're like, "Well, if I change my dinner, is that going to change my life?" No, that's not going to change your life, but it's going to change your attitude and it's going to change the way you approach life. So it's definitely interesting. I always tell people I preach it all the time. Like, please try this. It's gonna be amazing.
Right, enjoy.
Yeah.
So you had two people that you collabed with on VVS.
Yep.
Are there any other collabs coming out as you're just releasing a bunch of music? Can we look
Yeah.
forward to hearing from anybody?
So far, the only one that's slated that I have two slated that are gonna come out. One of the collabs is this gentleman. His name is Versus. He's an amazing artist. He's young. He has a talented kid, and he's a different vibe. Like he's just inspiring to me. Like when I came across his music, I was like, this kid is the truth. I can't wait to like work with him. So I hit him up and we ended up working. And then another one, I don't know if you know who Atheon Crockett is, but he's a comedian, but he has bars. Like bro can
Okay.
really rap. And so I got a song that me and him are working on that I'm excited to release. And yeah, I'm open to right now. I'm in a position of, or I'm in a mind frame of collabs. I don't really do a lot of collabs. There's not a lot of collabs out there of me or with me. But I'm trying to change that. I want to do as many
Mhm.
collabs as I can, and I want to do, I want to work with a bunch of different artists and learn from them.
Definitely. You
Yeah.
know what I love about collaboration? Because I do a little bit of music too.
Oh,
Um,
sweet.
yeah, I'll be singing a little bit.
Oh, okay, okay.
But I like when like I have an idea for a song and I'll write like a verse and then like someone else will come on and be like, let me put this there. And
Hmm.
then I send my song to an artist, like a visual artist, and I say, listen to this song and make me some cover art, whatever you feel.
Yeah,
Like I don't even put any limitations on like I want this like this or this like that. Like
yeah,
I think it's dope because like what my album cover shows to somebody will get them to look at it versus
yep,
what somebody listens to with my verse versus the next person's verse, and then like it
yep.
just makes this beautiful work of art that is forever evolving and forever changing.
Exactly. Like three brains are way better than one brain. So you're bringing in more people who see the world in a different way. They're gonna bring some new sauce to it that you would never be able to bring. And I think that's the beautiful thing about collabs. I'm all for it. I love them. It's just I find that uh, it's hard to find artists that one are willing to, and then two that are not as controlling as the way you described it. You're a dream to work with. You're a dream to collab with because there's no preconceived ideas that are getting thrown on you. But
Yeah,
it's hard to find artists today that are like that. That are like, well, we need to do it this way, or actually, you should change it this way, or do it this way. Like, no, let's just let it flow, man. Let's
yeah,
just let
let
it.
it vibe. Yeah,
Yeah,
I think people get like so caught up in like the politics and the logistics and stuff, and
yeah,
I'm like, I like music because it makes me feel like I
yeah.
will cry to a song
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
just
What's your
because it
what's your
made me
song that you
remember
cry to? What's your go-to song if you want to get
that I
emotional?
cried to.
Yeah,
Okay, so like SZA Control, like I was going through every single song she had, I was going through it, and I
yeah.
was ooh, I was drinking.
My
I
my
was so
go-to song,
sad.
my go-to song is "My Way" by Frank Sinatra.
Okay,
I will cry every time I listen to that song. You should
is
listen
it
to
because it makes you like feel like remember something?
it. When you're a person who has done everything unconventional, when you're a person who uh you know has been told you can't do this because you had this or you did that, and there's all these like, you can't do this because you're this.
Mm-hmm.
And I listened to that song, and the whole song is about like him doing it his way. I failed in this area, but I did it my way, and that's all that matters. And that song is incredible. Like I want it to be played at my funeral. Like that. That's how much it means to me.
Yeah, and you can hear it at different like in different times of your life because like now when I listen to Control, I I feel like nostalgia. Like I was in such a bad place when I
Yeah,
first heard this, and now I'm reflecting, and it's like I'm in such a great place now, and I
yeah,
love this, and that's why music is timeless. I'm
yep.
a little young, so I know Frank Sinatra. I know Kisses and Tears.
Frank Sinatra is that dude though. He got that.
Yeah,
He got that
no, he
juice.
he is good.
Yeah, he got
I'm
that
not
juice.
against it. Well, Jared, thank you so much for interviewing with Hip Hop Basement.
I was happy to be here.
I know that you're busy, you've got stuff to do, so thank you for taking that time out with us. I was like, I really wanted to reach out, so I was like, here's my chance.
Yeah, no. When you asked to do the interview, I was super hyped because it's interesting because I don't do a lot of interview that much. I really
Yeah.
don't. So, but every time I get a chance to get around like minds, it's always inspiring. So, thank you so much. It was an incredible interview.
Definitely, I appreciate it. You want to tell everyone like where to find you, how to find you?
Yes, if you're out there listening, wanting to find where I am, you can follow me everywhere at Enjoy Jared Brady. That's across everything. Twitter. That's also on YouTube. That's also anywhere that you can find me. If you want to find my music, it's everywhere that music is streamed. Just type in Jared Brady, and you'll find me. It's a good time. And if you haven't watched my short film, go check it out. It's a good time.
Definitely. Well, thanks again, and you enjoy the rest of the day.
Thank you. You too. All right.
Thanks.
Have a good
Bye.
one.